Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shan here. So today is a very interesting day that I will be discussing about the findings from the article called An Integrated Curriculum Design for Preschool Education in Malaysia. So before we dive in, there's three important approaches that you all need to know. The first one is STEAM education. The second one is Finnish pedagogy. And the third one is high scope approach. So this is STEAM education, or we can say STEAM approach. So through this approach, it encourages young children to think critically, and they are able to solve problems through hands-on activity. And this approach is widely used in countries like United States, South Korea, and also China. So this is Finnish pedagogy, or we can say Finnish approach, which is originally from the country Finland, and also now it's being adopted countries like in Singapore and also Australia. So basically in this approach, what it focuses on is that it's more to child-centered and also play-based learning approach, which stimulate an overall holistic development in young children. So this is high scope approach, which was originally developed from the United States of America, but it is also used in preschool like in United Kingdom, in South Africa. So from this approach, the children is able to carry out their own activities and also reflect upon them, and this also from this approach they're able to think critically. So basically it emphasizes on active participation among young children. So we are back to the findings. So in the previous video you can see I've touched a little bit about the three approaches that is being discussed in this article, which is called An Integrated Curriculum Design for Preschool Education in Malaysia. So now I'm gonna tell you what did they talked about in their research paper. So as usual, the first one they talk about is STEAM education. What is STEAM education basically? It actually encourages children in gaining more critical thinking and also problem solving skills, so which I think is crucial in young children, right? So the second thing is that they talked about the Finnish pedagogy, which is a child-led centered learning, and which also emphasize on the overall holistic development. It's more to like self-directed, and also they implement practical skills. So the third finding is about high scope approach. They said high scope approach is something that utilize plan to do activity or plan to do review. We call that PDR, which the child is given the opportunity or encouraged to plan their own activity. So which engage in multiple active participation exploration activity, and also they are able to review their own outcome. So in conclusion, from this finding, I got to understand the fact that by combining these three approach, which is the STEAM education, the Finland pedagogy, and also the high scope approach, which can create a balanced learning environment for the young children, which not only give them a balanced environment, it also enhance their cognitive, social, emotional development. So as a preschool teacher, I will literally agree with this proposed integrated curriculum framework that combines STEM education, Finnish pedagogy, and also high scope approach, because it provides an overall comprehensive and well-balanced approach to the early childhood education field of studies. And I feel like children need all this equally, so they can, equip the 21st century skills, which I think very crucial. So the reason why I agree with it, because first, when it comes to STEM education, STEM approach is really important. Why? The child is able to solve problems and be creative, critical thinking. So we need more children in Malaysia to think like that, to build like that. So I think it's really crucial and it's really important to also implement STEM education, especially in the urban areas. So the second reason why I agree with it is because of Finnish education. I feel like Finnish education actually promote self-regulation, independence, and creativity in young children. So, and I think it's utmost important for the children in Malaysia too. And I also think that as a preschool teacher, we should allow them to play. Outdoor play, emphasize on outdoor play, cooperative learning activities, and also individualized teaching to support them in overall development. Because as you can see, many preschool nowadays are being built in a building, which is not right. I feel like children need to play more. We need a bigger space. And also when it comes to Finnish pedagogy, they emphasize on play-based education too. So the third reason why I agree to this curriculum design is because of high scope approach being combined together. So as you all know, what is high scope approach again? It encourages children to plan, review, and execute certain activities. Mostly it promotes an autonomy in themselves. So it's not just being independent, they're able to make more choices and learn from their experiences. So when it comes to preschool in Malaysia, I think it's crucial to also implement this approach because it allows the children to engage in activities and also they're able to enjoy with it. So in conclusion, I firmly agree with this integrated approach that was proposed in this research article because I think it's well suited to meet the expectation of young children in Malaysia. I think also that the fact that these three approaches, which is the STEM education, Finnish pedagogy, and also high scope, is not only an approach that nurture academically, but also able to enhance their emotional, cognitive, social, and so creative development in young children. Also, which I think is a key aspect for their holistic learning development.